using the full blade, coming up here. She cuts, cut, cut. Change to the top, move up, go to the armpit, knee smash. Butcher knife Sombrada, a little bit of Steven Seagal and Under Siege action here, but he's going to come in, she's going to come in over top. I have to jam it here. If I wait for it to get down to here, she's just going to slice me in half. So I got to jam it here. We have the knife Sombrada, we have the baton Sombrada, and we have the butcher knife Sombrada. The reason why we have the butcher knife Sombrada, it has a little different characteristics than a 3.5-inch folding knife. You got a little bit more weight on there, so it has more of a characteristic of a baton, but you still cut with it. You also have to know the characteristics of defending against a bigger knife than a smaller knife. So, because you don't know what you might get in a fight, whether somebody attacks with a small knife, somebody attacks with a big knife, or you pick up a big knife. I'm going to jam it in here, and just like any other knife, I want to cut the fleshy parts. So I'm going to hit here, like with this I can get a little bit of English here. Cut, move up the circle, and then I feed her the line. She moves up, cuts, hits, and then entrails. Now this is where I have to know that it's going to be a bigger knife. That's why I suck the leg into here and I hollow out, still in the basketball. I'm not trying to time this. I just clear it in area. Then I move in, cut the bicep, cut the forearm, and I stab. She guides it away, she cuts, and she feeds over the top. Now, if I were to stay right here, I'm going to be at the end of this arc. I don't want to be there. I move up to here, elbows anchored to me, and I block her elbow here, and I come into here, and then I pick it up, slice it down, I kick to keep her to go back, kick the knee, and now we're on the other side. She cuts, I move up the circle, because I want to be inside this arc. I hit here, and then watch my shoulders. I'm going to cut, and I'm going to hit. Because maybe I only cut 20% of this, but you got to understand the idea of the knife Sombrada is to cut the tendons, ligaments that are holding on to that knife. So if I cut 20% of them, and then I just hit, it may dislodge the weapon. So I hit, and then I'm going to do entrails. She's going to block it, cut, and she's going to feed here. Now I can guide it through me here, cut the arm, and then it goes over the top. She cuts. Now when I'm in here, my base moves back, but my head still stays the same. So go forward, I just come in here and I jam all the way through. And then I'm going to cut. Steal the basketball, bicep here, boom. Now if I guide it in here, a miss is a miss is a miss. If I go too far over here, it may cue her to come back and slice. So why I want her thinking that she's got me. So I just put it right on the other side of my body just so that it misses. So it's nice and close. And then I cut. What I want to do when I do this, I want to stay away from the neck. So I don't want to accidentally slice the jugular vein, is where you're going to put the tourniquet. And I don't want it to be a reflex action to kill her. My idea is I want to just disarm her and defang the snake so she can't hurt me. I don't want to kill her. So I hit here and move in. Here. So I come in here, I rotate around here, I can lead with the elbow, like sort of barbed wall style elbow. and do that more application. The form, I'm just sweeping there, but I don't know what's behind me. So it's a good idea of just leading with the elbow. And then I come in, I can do the shearing elbow on whatever target's there. I hit the groin. Now, if you draw a line between my right foot and my left foot, bisect, that's the weak line of my stance. So if I hit her here, I have recoil issues because I have nothing to push off. So I ameliorate that by coming off the ground here, punching this way. Because if I go here and I just hit her like this, I can go back. If I'm here and I'm punching off of the ground, less recoil. So again, I'm here, she grabs, I come in, and the chicken wrist is coming up into the ribs this way. And then I just rotate here, hit whatever's there, groin shot, I blow, most of my weight's over my left foot, and then I just do the punch, and then I block, come back. 1 to 3 applications. So same thing, she's gonna grab with the left, or the right, I'm sorry. I'm gonna be in here. A little more seriously. I'm going to come down here, it's going to be right over left. I'm going to do the same thing here, but maybe I don't get that. I don't get the lock for whatever reason. I'm going to shoot out here, web hand in the throat. As she steps back, I come in, and now I'm in the lock of 3 position. And from here I can grind, or I can smash the leg. That's a reasonable application. Now, what I like to do, if somebody grabs you with the right, which is playing in the right knee, as a reflex, I just like to smack. Because they have no right to put their hand on you. And anything that they might want to do, a good slap to the face, might actually change their mind. So I'm going to come in, I'm going to slap, back, come back, and then I'm going to go to here. And then I'm going to do the web hand, move in, and here. And then I can smack, and grab the other leg. So from here I just smack all the way through, come back, and then I'm going to go to here, grind into here, then I'm going to shoot the web hand out, and now as she steps back, I'm going to make adjustment here, so now I'm going to be on the 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock morning, and then I just keep her on in. And now I'm working on her weak line, I'm on my strength line on my stance here. And then I can always do that, hit, and grab the other one. Lots of things you can do. So one more time, it's just smack here, and then I grind, I shoot this out, come in.
I pull him down there, I put my fingers in there. He pops himself back up. Boom! I grab a digit, peel it off. Are you going to get hit in this position? Sure you will. But I had a jiu-jitsu player who was a black belt jiu-jitsu player, 235 pounds, 6'2". Good, really good. I mean, he was one of my students. He got his black belt in jiu-jitsu before he came to me. He got a brown belt in Shotokan karate, so he could punch. He worked as a bouncer for a long time. So he wasn't just traditional this, and he applied what he did. And he said, Bob, I almost had you. I was staying here, so I'm staying up. And I was from this position, I got to here, I got your arm, I was trying to straighten you right up. He says, but you weren't stopping. You'd nail me in the groin, you'd bite me, you'd grab a digit, you'd snag my head, you'd pull it back down, you'd go back to biting me. As soon as I tried to recover from one, you were doing the other. Why? Because I was on the attack. The Marines are noted, they don't hold positions well. You don't put a Marine here and say, hold this hill. You tell the Marines to go attack. Okay? On Tripoli, where they went after the mullahs that were there, because they were the pirates, they were pinned down on the beach, and they were losing Marines. So what did they do? Lieutenant Presley O'Banion was, if you're a Marine, you know these things, was his name. And he says, nuts to this, charge! This small unit of the Marines routed a unit that was 4 times their size because they went on the attack. One of my officers in his training, they had the simulation was this. The bad guy had his partner with a gun like this. And Nate was over here, and Nate said, well, Bob always says you're on defense or you're on offense, and he preferred to be on offense, so he went pop, 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 and got him 4 times or 5 times in the face. The guy had the, you know, simunitions, had the headgear on and everything, and the guy was just freaked out. And it was good principle, because the closer he got, the easier it was to hit the stinking target. It's pressing the attack. I'm on the ground, I can't afford to go, oh, don't hit me, the guy's gonna win. So I'm on the ground, and I gotta be attacking him. And that's what you want to do. And so I gotta do those 4 things. Smack to the pods, grab digits, or the lights. He's gonna go home and try to explain those to his wife.